I'm joined once again by James Terry, who's going to be taking on Don Mohammed at Bellator 199 on May 12th. James, what's up? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually really surprised to see that you're doing great. The hockey game last night, the Vegas Golden Knights, they sure gave your San Jose Sharks a bit of a whooping there. 7-0. What happened?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was the refs. No.
Yeah.
I was excited to watch that game, and then like 6 minutes into it, it was 0-0. I'm like, cool. And then I'm like in the middle of training, I'm like checking it. I get out of the shower, and it's 4-0 already, and it's not even it's like 10 minutes left in the first period. I'm like, what the heck? Like, oh, dude, it was horrible. I turned it off in the third period after the 7th goal. I don't even know what the final score was. But
yeah, it was 7-0. But again, it's that's a best of 7 for a reason. That's why you gotta win all those games and everything. Have you got to any playoff games at all, or just been watching at home?
I haven't. No, I haven't had a chance this season. So I actually haven't even been to a game this season.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I don't even think I've been to a game.
So you'll be fighting in the arena
busy,
before
man.
Actually going to a game.
Yeah, exactly. That takes priority, in my excitement for sure. But I do enjoy a good hockey game. But nothing like knocking somebody out in the middle of the Sharks arena,
Exactly, just like Joe Thornton would. But anyways, it's been a while since we've seen you in the cage, man. You haven't fought since February. What's been the reason for the layoff as far as the inactivity?
Well, I mean, I had 3 fights fall through, including one Bellator fight. I had a baby last June, my second baby. So she's, thank you. So she's 10 months old now. So the hiatus from competition from, last February to June was planned. But I had a Bellator fight fall through in September. I had 2 local shows fall through right after that. So I've been training. I've been ready. Like one of my buddies was like, hey, congrats on the comeback. And I'm like, comeback? What the hell are you talking about? I'm like,
yeah.
I never left. I've been training, so I'm good, man. I feel great. I feel better than ever. I'm really excited for this one, and the anticipation of not fighting in a while, obviously is really built up, and I've gathered a lot of momentum because every time I had one of those fights, I was killing it in the gym, like I was gonna fight. You know what I mean? So my body has gone through, per se, 3 or 4 fight camps in the last year. I just haven't got to the climax. But May 12th, baby, we're gonna go get it.
So what would you say you've improved on the most in the gym, or what is something you're looking to showcase in this particular fight, just with the stuff you've been working on?
I pride myself on being well-rounded. So I really have got better in all aspects. I think I'm working full-time now at Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice.
In Pleasanton. So I've really been working a lot on my jiu-jitsu. But there's some good strikers over here. I'm still working with the guys over at Smash, and Rudy Ott. So honing my stand-up weapons. So I mean, I'm an opportunist, my friend. So what this guy gives me, I will take, and I'm ready for any and all aspects of a fight. I'm well-rounded, so let's do this.
And experience is going to be on your side in this fight. You've got 28 fights. He's got 6. I know he's a hungry up-and-comer, but how do you feel like you match up against him here?
Well, he only has 6 pro fights, but the word on the street is that this guy has like 20-something
amateur? Okay.
Amateur fights.
Okay, interesting.
So, I mean, yeah, he's not as experienced as me when it comes to professional fights. And obviously the level of competition he has not fought. But he's fought some tough dudes. He's beaten some very tough guys, including one of my training partners for many, many years. I mean, a couple of my training partners he beat. So he beat a guy from AKA that I'm really good friends with, and then he beat my my other buddy from Smash and Kung Lee Old School Gym. So this is a tough fight. This guy, I don't look past anybody, but this guy, he's a scary guy to fight. He's athletic, he's strong, he's well-rounded. He's submitted black belts in fights before, and like I said, he beat my buddy, and my buddy was one of my mentors. He was a professional fighter when I came to the gym at Kung's, and Don Asabi and Sam Spengler, they went to war that night. I fought on that card as well, and So this guy's tough. This guy's really tough. It doesn't matter the experience level. He's ready to bring it. I know he is. He always does. He's going to try to check my chin. He's going to try to choke my neck. So this is going to be a fun fight. I'm really excited.
And you mentioned all the cross training. Is there anyone in particular you've kind of been training with a little bit more than others as far as training partners?
Well, I trained with a guy named JT Donaldson.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah.
He's fought in Bellator before. He has about, I don't know, 10 fights or something like that. He's a young guy. He's like 25, 26. He's a savage, man. He fought AJ McKee in Bellator, and actually I thought he did the best against AJ McKee. You know, he did the best against anybody except the last guy. The last guy did really good. Justin Lawrence.
But Justin was in the UFC. And the fact that, you're right, in that fight, he actually did quite well against AJ compared to what AJ's been doing to other guys, as far as his opponents.
AJ's a phenom, he's run through a lot of dudes, you know what I mean? He's run through a lot of guys. So, I've seen him do it. I think he's a little brash and a little cocky, and I didn't like the way he was talking to his dad backstage when I fought last. So I hate to give the guy some props because I don't know him, but I think he's very tough.
Yeah,
he's very, very tough.
He certainly is. How's the weight cut going for this fight?
Oh, good, man. This guy wanted to go a little lighter too. He wanted to go 165.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
I guess Donasabe. Yeah, he's 165. So Donasabe is trying to drop to 155. So, he had asked if I was fighting 55, and I'm not opposed to fighting 55, but I've fought 55 before, and I think that I'm kind of an in-betweener. 165, I think, is the optimal weight class for me. I fought there before, one time in Strikeforce against Josh Thornburg. That fight was televised on Showtime, and I knocked that guy out in the first round. It was one of my best performances. So I really feel like 165 is a great weight for me. I was happy to do it at the catch weight. CSAC and Nevada has kind of put in these new rules where they're supposed to be adding in more weight classes. I hope they do that. Because if they do that, that'd be great for guys like me. Because a 15-pound weight difference, that's huge, man. 55 to 70, like, come on. The average man is about my size, right? So how are you going to have a 15-pound discrepancy in weight with elite athletes? It's a game of inches. 5 pounds means a lot. It would not only improve the depth of the weight classes, it's going to give more champions. It's not going to take away from the depth of the weight class because there's so many guys around that weight, I would love to see 165 and 160 champion, and I don't think anybody can touch me at those weights. I think I'm the best at those weights, straight up.
What's your prediction for this fight? How do you see this fight unfolding on May 12th?
I feel I could do whatever in this fight I want to do, I'm going to try to check his chin. I'm going to try to check his jiu-jitsu. I'm going to try to check his wrestling. I'm an opportunist. I don't go in there with, one plan. I have 7 plans, and I'm just going out there to fight. I like to fight. I love to fight. I've been fighting a long time. I feel like I would like to be fighting guys that have my experience level, right? I'm not taking this fight for granted. I'm not disrespecting this opponent, but I should be fighting on the main card, and I should be fighting big name, high level talent. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm looking to run through this guy, and show Bellator that I should be on that main card. I should be fighting Paul Daly. I should be fighting Brennan Ward. I should be fighting these guys that are on the main card. I see Bellator has this thing where they have like an up-and-coming prospect with a really good record, and they put him up against a guy that is has like a 50-50 record, right? And it's very apparent. And I know what they're doing, and I respect that totally. You got to build your prospects, right? But they ain't putting those prospects up against a guy like me. They're not doing it. They're putting me in the trenches against a bunch of other veterans, right? They're putting me. This is one of the first times that I've actually got a young prospect, and this is a chance for him to shine, right? And this is not a chance for me to step up in my career. It's just a chance for me to get another W. Let's be real, right? So I'm looking to go out there, stomp whoever's in front of me, prove to Bellator that I need to be on the main card. I need to make some money. Let's do this.
And I'm sure the big thing we're going to be keeping an eye on is of course, that post-fight speech. And Jersey Shore is back in season. They're doing the reunion show. Are we going to get a Ronnie call-out again?
Hey, I don't think that guy wants it, man. It's been like 6-7 years.
I know, he still hasn't got back to you.
I called him out. He wasn't ready 7 years ago. He definitely ain't ready now. I'll tell you that.
No, that's for sure. You have been on a winning streak, like you mentioned. Is there anyone you do have on your mind after this fight? I know you're not looking past your opponent, but like you mentioned some of those names there. Is there any preference as far as an opponent after this?
Well, you know what? I had a name for a guy. He fought in Europe. He's like 11-1 or something, 11-0. There's a couple guys. I don't know. I should probably have a better answer than that.
Well, save it for the fight. You got to do a little teaser here. You got to say, you kind of just gave it there. Top guy from Europe, got a good record. Then you just got to get the name right when you do the call out. That's all.
No doubt, I'll do that. The bottom line is this: is I already called out Brennan Ward and Paul Daly, right? I would love to fight either one of those guys. I think it'd be a great fight. Fernando Vargas, I think I match up well against him for the fans. I think that he'd want to bang it out. He's a tough one to take down. I fight. We talked about my weight class. One of the reasons I want to fight 170 is 170 is stacked. I don't fight to go fight the weak weight classes. I'm not saying 55 is weak, but I think I would stomp those 55-pounders straight up. And if Bellator wants to put me at 55, I'll stomp them all. But 170 is the stack weight class. That's where the test is. And based on my frame, maybe it'd be even a little harder, right? I'm not the biggest 170-pounder. I ain't small. I walk around 195, right? But from a frame standpoint, you could argue that I should be at 160, 165, 155, right? 70 is a tough weight class. I would love to fight one of the big prospects there. I've done my thing in Bellator. I've done my thing in Strikeforce. I'm 19-9. 5 of my 9 losses, arguably, I won. It'd be a big difference if those 5 would swung my way like I think they should have, and more than what I think I should. Obviously, I'm a fighter. I think I fucking won everything, right? The media thought I won. My friends, my people, my 2 of my opponents thought I won those fights. You know what I mean? I had 2 of my opponents and 1 of the coaches. So I'm just looking to do a big splash. I'm looking to make a big splash. I'm looking to wreck shop against a big name. I'm not looking past this guy. This guy is a savage. But after this fight, I would love to have the privilege to fight a big name, to fight somebody on the big stage, and to prove to myself that I belong there. I know I belong there, but I need to prove it.
And it's all going to go down May 12th, Bellator 199 on Paramount Network. James, it's always good talking to you, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And I'm sure you got some sponsors or shout-outs or anything like that, man. So the floor is yours.
Awesome. So you guys can follow me on Instagram. Intense1. The O is a 0. It's not a riddle. So Intense0NE. You can follow me I'm on Facebook. You want to hit me up there. I don't know. I'm on Twitter too. Intense1 as well. Intense0NE. All right. So I want to thank a few of my sponsors. GFY Gear. So they've been with me since day one, man. I really appreciate them. Score Clinic. They've been healing my body. Thank you guys. Selly Group Realty. So CGR, Selly Group Realty. You guys need a home in the Bay. Check them out. I got Chris Shelton. Chris Shelton, he's a Qigong doctor. He's a Western medicine. I've been working with him for a few years now. Lana's Egg Whites. Thank you very much, Lana. SCS, so Security Cabling Solutions. They've been with me for the last few years. And Livermore Barbershop. I need a haircut. I'm going to get one next week, but hey, just trust me. They know how to do their thing.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.